Wait a minute. I'm not done yet. I got one more. What is going on, guys? Ride or drive. Back with another one now. Another helmet. Yeah, you heard it. Another helmet. Let's get this unboxed. The Rpha 71. This is a newer version. This is a new helmet actually that just came out recently. It's a newer version of the Rpha 70 that I have. And this is the 71. Let's unbox this. Let's do what I can with one hand and check it out. It's kind of different how that box is. I like the presentation of this. Oh, this is cool. So, interesting. Really like how the unboxing is going. So this in there appears to be probably the pin lock insert is probably in here. Let's see if I can get this open. Let's put this aside for now. And actually, no, the pin lock is in here. Always stuck to the box with tape. Yes, that is the pin lock that comes with these helmets, with the Rpha line of helmets. Let's get that out of the way. And was there anything in here? There appears to be probably a booklet or something in here. Let me find out what is in there. Okay, yes, it appears to be the booklet. I never read these things. There's no point. It's a helmet, for crying out loud. But there's more HJC decals. Let's put this aside. And then there is the helmet. So let's get this out of the box. Put this bad boy down. And just like all the helmets unboxing that I've done, I'm going to pause the video and take out the lid so we can take a look at it. Alright guys, so continuing with the video, here it is, the Rpha 71 ECE R2206 approved. Now, I want to touch on something. I did buy this from a European seller. I know some of the helmets that are coming out, the HJCs are only coming out DOT because here in the US they're not submitting them for the ECE rating. So buying it here in the USA, I wonder if the rating is going to be different. It's only going to be DOT. But what I also did is I also pulled out my Rpha 70. There it is right there. In the last video you saw it with a black visor. Now I have the iridium blue mirrored visor, which looks amazing on this helmet, by the way. But so the reason why I pulled out this other helmet is I wanted to do some comparison. This is the 71, this is the 70. So let's quickly take a look at this. As you can see, the vent is different from the 70, and it's pretty much the same thing. One thing I do want to touch on is riding this helmet. The minute I open up this vent, the amount of air going through the helmet was really significant. So that's pretty cool. This helmet here, the 71, does not have the tearaway, where you could put like a temporary shield, if you want to call it that, and you can just tear away as the helmet gets dirty. But it is pin lock ready, as you saw. And also the vents in the front are different. This is the 70 here. You can see the vents are a little bit different. And then this one here, you can see that it's a lot different from the other one. And it does not have a little vent on the chin area, as you see in here. Also, you don't have the pinch mechanism here to open the helmet. So this is how you open it. I believe it's locked, because this does have a lock on it. Let me put the phone down for a second. Okay, so the mechanism to open it is a little bit different. I've never experienced with the HJC. So what you do is you press here. Once you press this, the helmet will come up. It's a little different than any other helmet that I've had. This kind of reminds me of the Shoei. I had a Shoei that you would press to lock it in. It does come with the breath guard, kind of small breath guard actually, very small. Padding feels nice and soft. This does have a raised, it feels like a plastic. It's not like a gummy type of, like on this one here, it's a little different. So that's actually pretty new. You know, it's kind of a raised brushed metal, which is actually pretty cool. So flipping it over, like I said, the vents in the front. Oh, one more thing I want to touch on is this is completely different from the connections on my other helmets. The other helmets, HACs, are around. This one looks like almost like a, I want to compare it to like a rotary from a Mazda. And so you press the button here. You can see the button, and it just moves forward. Okay, so this is going to take two hands. So I'm assuming that you move this forward, and once you move that forward, you can lift this up. But I'm not going to do it with one hand because I'm not positively sure how to do it, and I don't want to break the helmet. So it's a little different. This does have a drop-down visor also, which is, I'm not a big fan of drop-down visors, but I'm not going to lie, I have used it with this helmet here in the red light. When I was sitting there and I needed some air, I put up the visor, and I put the drop-down visor to block the sun while I'm sitting in the red light. This is compatible with the integrated communicator systems, but it's going to use a newer model as opposed to some of the other helmets. They use the 10B and 20B. So this is going to be a little different. I'm not too sure of the numbers. It might be a 30B and a 15B. I'm not too sure. But it does use the integrated communicator systems. Also, I don't know which cover of either one, but there is a way where you could adjust the drop-down visor, is what I understand. So you put down the drop-down visor, and on some helmets, for you people who actually like the drop-down visors, you would either, this would get in the way, it would make contact with your nose, or you don't like it because it doesn't come down far enough. So my understanding is this is adjustable. It should have something that you can adjust the amount of drop down that you're going to have on the visor. So that's pretty cool. It does come with a wind curtain, a chin curtain rather, and it does come with the emergency pulls here. So double D retention system. And then these decals, of course, I take this off, and also I take the size one. The rear vents right there. So this, I believe this is exhaust coming. It's kind of weird. Yeah, that's going to be the exhaust, and that's going to be the, let's see if it has intakes in the front part here. Yeah, so that's going to be the air where it's going to come in from. So pretty cool. I like this color. I'm going to put some orange decals on this with my YouTube channel on there to make it look like the orange and blue, of course, of the New York Mets. But there it is. I'm going to remove these covers on the side. I believe it has two. Yeah, it has two covers on the side. So one of these covers is going to be for the integrated communicator, and the other one's going to be for the drop-down visor where you make the adjustments. But I can tell, just by holding the helmet in my hand, I could tell that the at the inside, the padding is very comfortable. Of course, there's going to be moisture wicking. And there's the, I wonder if these are emergency pulls. I'm not too sure because I don't see where it says emergency on here. It might be for display. Oh, no, it does. There's a decal, emergency use only. So in the box, I should have received a couple of extra tabs for the emergency pull. I don't have it on there. I'm also feeling that it does have space for some speakers if you want to put the universal communicator, but I don't think you'll be able to because of this cover. So you might be able to integrate it. I don't know. I'm not too sure. But really nice helmet, blue, the matte color, very it's a lot different from the rear from the 70. Let me put this helmet down and turn around the 70. I already have a scratch on this damn thing. I don't know from where. But as you can see, the 70, it's a little bit more curved as opposed to this one. You've got your exhaust here. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way you can close this vent on this one. This one, of course, is adjustable three-way, as you've seen in the other video. But a little different. Not much of a difference on the curvature of the rear. Pretty much the same thing. But I'm wondering about the intakes here, if there's an adjustment. Actually, now that I'm looking close to this, this is not an air vent at all. It's more like of a spoiler type of thing. So the only air intake is there. But behind that is where the exhaust is going to come from in the back over here. So that's kind of different. And it's pretty, not heavy, but it's a lot heavier than this one, which is carbon fiber. Put that down. But there it is, guys, the Rpha 71. Before I close out the video, I'm going to quickly take off these covers and see which one is for the communicator and which one adjusts the drop down. All right, guys, so I took off both covers. Pretty easy to take off, and this one is where the adjustment is for the drop down. This little lever here is where you adjust it, so you can adjust it a little bit more, a little bit up. And I'm not too sure if it's the communicator, the integrated communicator is going to go here, because if that's the case, it would cover that. On the other side, it looks like there's really nothing here. I don't know why that would be, or if that's where the communicator goes. I'm not too sure. I don't use those communicators, those integrated ones. I already have another helmet that I use the communicators for, so this helmet's not gonna be using a communicator on this. Another thing I forgot to mention is also on this helmet here, the 70. Obviously, as you can see, the visor is going to be different, so the visor is not going to work from my Rpha 11 and the R70. The R70 and the Rpha 11 uses the same type of visor, the Hjc 26. This one, I believe, is the Hjc 40. I could be wrong on that, but I think it's the 40. So because it's different, obviously, you can see it's not going to work out. So I'm going to definitely have to buy a tinted visor for this one. Considering it's blue, I might even go for another color on this. So a little bit different from what I expected. I'm not a big fan of this type of, to put up the visor. I kind of like it better that way. This one's a little easier. You could use it with your gloves. But other than that, it looks fine. I'm going to figure out how to take this off. Like I said, I don't want to force it and break it, but there is a way to do it. I'm thinking once you pull this forward, as you can see, it kind of pops forward there, and then you lift up the visor that way. But once again, I don't want to break it. So matter of fact, let me go ahead and do that. So just as I assumed, you move this forward, and once it moves forward, you could just pop out the visor. A little different from these. I do like the fact that these are more of a rapid fire, which you could just do it with one hand, and you could just move that forward, and the visor just boop, pops out. This one takes a little bit of effort. You're going to have to hold this, and then you can pull it out. So kind of different from the other helmets. I don't know why they went with this design, but it works. It's not as bad. I think my F70 is a lot more worse because you have to use a screwdriver to get it off, but you can see the design there. It looks like a little rotary, I swear to God. But I'm not a big fan of this type of release for the helmet. Also, I'm going to deduct some points off that. I don't like this at all. I would rather prefer the rapid fire that most of my helmets already have. So another HJC, guys, in my collection. I'm pretty much done with buying helmets, to be honest with you. I got too many freaking helmets. I got rid of my Shoei, whatever you want to call it. And I got also rid of a CDC from Cycle Gear, which I didn't like. I don't know why I bought that. Every helmet that I bought that in-house built CDC has been pretty bad. I don't like the quality of it. It was very noisy. But so I went back to what's been working out for me, and that's HJC all the way. I love these helmets. They're very comfortable. I do like the different styles they have. I've already got quite a few different brands. I've got the I-70, I-10, the CSR3, which is the older models, the basically budget-minded helmets. And I started getting into my Rphas. So the Rphas are pretty much the top of the line in the HJC brand, depending on what model you get. There's the Rpha 1, Rpha 11, Rpha 70. Now I got the Rpha 71. So this is going to be a newer version of this helmet. And they really did design it a lot different. You can see the curvature of this one is a little bit different. They're about the same size. I don't see a difference in the shell sizing from this one to the other. It's pretty much the same shell sizing. But you know, pretty simple. This is the first blue helmet I've ever owned. I usually go for the graphics and stuff, and so this one I'm going to put my YouTube channel here, and with orange decals. I do my own decals, so that's going to work out for me. But there it is, guys, the Rpha 71, another HJC helmet. I don't need another helmet, but this was on sale, so I figured I'd get this. And these were the last units that they had on that were being sold. I just dropped the cover, and I figured I'd go ahead and get it. I've been, like I said, I've been getting rid of some of my older helmets, so this worked out for me where I could actually get this. But there it is, guys, Rpha 71, and comparing it to the Rpha 70. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for all of my new subscribers. Every time I'm gonna get a helmet or something, I'm gonna do a review of that. I might even start doing reviews of some of my jackets, because I have quite a few. I've got jackets from Joe Rocket, I've got an Icon, I've got an Alpine Stars, and I do have some in-house from Cycle Gear, the CDCs. So some of those jackets were really good stuff compared to the helmets. The helmets, I will never buy another in-house brand from Cycle Gear. I'm just going to stick to the tried and true, which is HJC. All right, guys, that'll be it. I'll see you on the road. Black Ice, what's good, my brother? This is the last helmet I'm going to buy. I can't. I got to stop buying helmets. This is too much. All right, guys, thanks for watching.